Good morning, everybody. Lee Brower here. Welcome to this week's edition of Meaningful Monday. I am grateful to be here, and I am glad to be here. What if your most valuable assets aren't the ones that are in your bank account, not the ones that are on your income statement, but they're in your past, and you're not capturing them? Years ago, a brilliant economist named Hernando de Soto wrote a book called The Mystery of Capital. His big idea was simple. It was simple and stunning. Millions of people around the world were sitting on real assets, land, property, resources. But because those assets had no formal identity, no name, no legal recognition, they couldn't generate capital. They were alive, but they were living only one life. So he used the image of a mountain lake, beautiful, powerful, but untapped. The engineer walks by and says, "Let's put a dam right there. If we put a dam right there, that gives it structure. It gives it purpose." And suddenly that same water is generating electricity. Two lives, one source. And that's PALM, parallel asset life maximization. One asset, one parallel life created alongside of it. Powerful idea. But what we're talking about is PALM on steroids. Because De Soto was talking about physical assets like land, water, property. But what about your experiences? You see, here's the difference. The lake doesn't choose to generate electricity. It has no say. The dam does the work. But a human experience, it's an asset. It's an asset that never dies. It's already alive and it already carrying wisdom. The question isn't whether it has value, it's whether you've ever given it a name. Because the moment you name it, a parallel life actually begins. And you unlock the wisdom, you unlock the learning. And unlike the lake, which creates one parallel life, a named human experience can create as many parallel lives as there are people who are carrying it. You see, the dam is fixed. The named moment, the named experience is living, portable, and self replicating. I'll show you what I mean. Experience, imagine your 16th birthday. Family doesn't have a whole lot of money, sell produce. It's your birthday, 16. I walk in. My dad sends me a little box over to me. Says, "Happy birthday, son." I open it up, pull it out. Here's a beautiful silver dollar keychain. I was like, "Oh, that's incredible." But there's a key attached. I said, "Dad, what's this for?" And he goes, "Well, you remember Pete's old car that was yellow? It's now red. 55 Chevy sitting out there." And I looked at it. I said, "What?" Looked at the key. Is that mine?" He said, "No, but the key's yours." "What?" "The key is yours." But here's the payment book. And he slides the payment book over to me. He said, "I made the first month payment. You're responsible for taking care of that car and to make all future payments until it's paid off." And then he looked at me and said something I've never forgotten. He says, "That key, look at that key. With opportunity comes responsibility. And if you don't live up to the standards of our family, you could lose the key." It didn't take me long. I did school, took some friends for a ride to show off my new car. My dad got a call. And that night, guess what? He had the key. Guess who had the payment book? And I had the payment book. What a lesson. And from that day forward in our family, we don't need a long lecture. I caught that experience years after as I started to learn, but I shared it with my family and children. And all we have to say is remember the key. It doesn't have to have anything to do with the car or a key and have everything to do with responsibility. With opportunity comes responsibility. You see, the experience of my birthday, that wasn't a lake. It was already alive. It was already real. But when he framed it, then a parallel life was born. So every time my kids or myself, I stand at the fork in the road, I can say, remember the key. If you're taking this opportunity, remember it comes with responsibility. And by doing that, that story creates not just a second life, a third. It might create 100 lives. You see, De Soto's dam only created one parallel life from one asset. Naming a moment in your past creates unlimited parallel lives. Every person who carries it, every choice it shapes, every generation it reaches, it's got legs. That's Palm on steroids. So my question to you is right now, stop, pause, think about something. Find one moment from your past. I don't care if it was yesterday or 30 years ago. Something said, something lived, something that quietly shaped who you are. Something that your family could be leaning on right now, or your business. It's the same thing in business. They capture moments, can be used in families, businesses, and across generations. Most people only experience life once. This is a way to learn and experience life over and over again. What a great opportunity for all of us. Live life meaningful. I look forward to talking to you next week. Onward, upward, outward. Bye-bye.